crema.
Lindy Hop started to take off in January '99 when we started doing Lindy Hop classes here on Tuesday night at the Fed. It hit such a crowded emphasis. Everybody did swing every night of the week. The bars weren't making money, and they all decided at the same time to shut it down.
Because really, they weren't selling as many drinks, and it got to the point that swing dancers sometimes it was kind of not aware of their environment to go in, drink water that they brought themselves, throw a duffel bag on the floor, never sit at your table, never tip. And then the more people you have like that, the fewer people you have just sitting and having a drink, or at least feeling like, yeah, this place isn't here for us. We moved Lindy Hop out of the clubs because it didn't work in the clubs, brought it over here, said we'll start modestly, and the first night we had 150 people in the ballroom taking a Lindy 1 class. Moving to the Fed, moving to the big space, yeah, that made the difference. It drew interest. It's very dynamic to see somebody do Lindy Hop. You know, it looks like a good time. It is a good time. So being able to move into this space, there were enough people who saw that who really, you can't fake that. You have to take a class. They taught aerials, and they taught them every week. They taught a beginning swing class, which was step, step, rock, step, and then they taught aerials. And that's literally what people would know. Step, step, rock, step, woo!
When Lindy Hop came in and Lindy Hop began to evolve here, aerials began to fade away.
They were almost just not as fashionable.
Aerials remained for people who did contests.
Yes, and performances.
And performances, yeah.
Because they still have a draw.
Yeah, because they're dynamic.
Yeah.
And they're very useful for that.
But they're not really for social dancing, and that's why everybody wanted to do this. They weren't partnered with someone where they were going to practice together, get good, do contests.
And only dance with each other out. No, Austin's always been such a great social mix. That's what probably killed aerials.
Yeah.
2002, we started, whenever we would list our teachers in our classes, because we had so many classes, they wanted to know who was teaching what. We always put the woman's name first in the partnership on our advertisements and on our handbills. You know, this is a partnership. This is follows and leads. And in putting the woman's name first, we tried to change that ethic just so that people would realize, hey, this is a follows dance.
In fact, when I was teaching with Matt, we weren't always teaching together. We would change off. And I think that's one of the things that set this up as a social dance. We demonstrate respect and enjoying each other and listening when the other person talks, and both people contributing. Particularly, it's important that follows hear a follow, and empowering them, if you will, to kind of have a voice in the dance. That I didn't get as much of that when I was learning.
Our attitude has always been that whenever anybody new moves to town, any teachers we've known elsewhere around the country move to town to set up here, it's welcome. It's a big tent here, and it should be. Now, there's always little difficulties because everybody sorts to move in and set up, and then somebody new comes in and upsets a dynamic, and there's always ruffled feathers for a while, but you know, get over it.
The truth is, each of these offerings has a different feel, and they're coming from a different place. And when people take from the different schools, they're getting such a broad experience. And it's everybody's job to be unique from each other.
Yes. How much
That is
did
all
we
good.
grow and develop and evolve as dancers? Because we were taking from a lot of different people,
Yeah.
from a lot of different disciplines.
Yeah.
And then eventually our own style grew from learning all those different ways. So the more teachers we have here, the more that experience that we had is here too for people who never
Yeah.
leave town.
We did not start the fire, if you will.
No,
We
Laura,
really did
Laura,
not.
Laura, no.
No,
you're wrong.
okay. Okay.
We've disagreed about this for 20 years.